You're going to see my yellow paper.
What's the yellow paper for?
It's my notes. Because I do research.
What's research?
Unlike this guy right here.
He did research in the last 5 minutes.
I did. Why are you wrapped up in a little blanket like a burrito?
Wardrobe change.
Wardrobe change? Seriously?
This is our 4th episode today, and I just got the one shirt.
Technically, they come out a week or multiple days. You couldn't just be wearing the same shirt.
So, can you imagine what our episodes would be like if we started at 8 in the morning and filmed until like 6 at night?
Challenge accepted.
We should really try
Uh,
Get a whole
no food
videos done in one day, and we're just like.
cheers.
Welcome, everybody.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Like how I just started that?
Yeah, I'm just wearing the same shirt I wear every day.
I was just wondering if you were taking off that we were having a big discussion. I just started the video.
I saw that.
This is your baby. What do you got here?
This is Knob Creek Straight Rye Whiskey.
Which I've had Knob Creek plenty of times.
I've had Knob Creek regular whiskey. I think I've tried this before, but
I think I may have actually been to the distiller in Kentucky. I can't remember.
I got this Thursday night on the way home from work, and we've been working on the well shed, and I haven't done any research. Surprise, surprise.
So you know nothing about this?
It's made out of rye.
That's it? So what's the proof?
It's 100 proof. It says all my research is on the bottle.
I think that's becoming a habit of yours.
I've been busy lately. We've had kind of a water issue around the compound, so it's like...
Now you make it sound like we're some sort of cult.
No, we're not a cult, because I'm not the leader. That's the only reason I would be in a cult is if I was the leader.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure ATF is just going to suddenly tune into this video channel. Because we're
ATF, like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
You don't even know what to say, do you?
I don't know what to say.
Well, let's get started then.
Okay.
This is Kentucky.
I'm pretty sure Knob Creek is distilled outside of Louisville.
Louisville.
Is this going to be a continuing thing with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the locals call it Louisville.
Oh. And have you been there?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I've been there many times.
I've been there.
And I don't think I've ever had anybody correct me.
No, they're polite. They don't correct you. But if you ask them how to say it, if it's Louisville or Louisville, it'll definitely tell you it's Louisville. And I might be wrong, so send your hate mail to him.
No. Okay, so yeah, no research.
No research.
But we've had Knob Creek lots of times.
Yeah, and it's rye, which is...
So the small amount of research that maybe you could help us with is that first barrel rating, the cost. How much did this cost you? You remember that on the way home?
Yeah, I think I got this. I got this at one of our local liquor stores. One that's a little further. It's a chain, but...
Okay, so how much?
And I think this was like $36, $37.
Okay.
And in my small amount of research, everybody's saying like 40, 45, and I definitely didn't pay.
So what made you pick Knob Creek?
I was just kind of going down the bourbon aisle, and I was looking at stuff, and I'm going to bring this up on another episode.
This is whiskey. This is whiskey. Not bourbon.
No, I was going down the bourbon aisle. You listen to the words coming out.
Okay.
And I was looking at some whiskeys, some bourbons, and I'm gonna talk about that on another episode. and on the other side was the rye. And I was like, we haven't tried a rye, so it's about time we try it.
So I'm fascinated that you have planned future episodes what you want to talk about, but you didn't research this.
No.
Okay.
Like
Wow.
I said, we've been busy. We haven't had water for 2 days, so it's 3. Cody tells us 3 days.
I can smell.
No, we got the water on, and I showered up fresh.
Oh, okay.
It's Cody's the one that's. But
having problems on your Colt compound?
I don't have a Colt.
Did the government turn off your water?
They were trying to drive us out.
Okay.
But then they took a whiff of Cody.
You didn't bring him up to my place, did you?
I think I hear the black helicopters coming now.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do some editing on this video.
This has been an interesting video.
All right.
All right, so let's go. So what I would like to do is change things up a little bit. I'd like to do the bite last.
Okay.
Dead last. So we'll go cost, which you said it was 30-something. So that's a 2-barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's go ahead and jump into aroma and flavor. And let's do bite last because we seem to always waver on bite and want to change.
Because after you do it a little bit, yeah.
So aroma. I'm fascinated because I love Knob Creek. And I think that I want to.
It's got a different aroma than bourbons because it's like doesn't have the corn and stuff. It's the rye that is.
But I think I want to actually put this as a light aroma, which I haven't had a 4-barrel aroma in a long time.
Yeah, if you smell it, it's not like overpowering or anything. It's just.
And you said what was the proof?
It's 100 proof.
Oh, it's 100 proof. It's not assaulting the nose.
You can't.
So yeah, definitely this is a 4-barrel for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's very light. It's not assaulting me. Of course, we've also been sitting for a long time talking about stuff while it's been in the glass, so that could be.
So it might all have disappeared.
Okay, so flavor. Okay, so I'm sorry. Let's backtrack. We did a 2-barrel on the cost because it's between $30 and $40. And we're saying it's a 4-barrel on aroma, so that's given us 6 barrels total so far. Okay, wow. Trying to discern the flavor from the bite.
It's got a very different
It's
flavor.
100 proof.
It's got a very different flavor than bourbon.
Oh, yeah. Can taste its rye.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
The problem is the bite is overpowering the flavor. I would have to put it at a moderate flavor. It's not bitter at all. I can't really taste the alcohol. I can taste the flavor. So I'm going to have to put it at a 3 or moderate. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm thinking here. I'm kind of like, it's all going in my head, and I'm like,
oh, that's what I smell.
No, I like the flavor.
So normally on bourbonandbooze.com we assign a barrel rating to the flavor.
Mm-hmm. And you're insinuating I haven't done that yet?
Exactly.
Because I'm still processing this. I'm gonna go with 3.5 barrels.
3.5. You and your half barrels are killing me.
That's because it's like I can't. It's all subjective.
It is. It is very subjective, and I understand that.
I'm gonna give it 3.
How do you quantify the half barrel? Tell me.
Giving it 3 and 11.37.
Okay. So the 2-barrel cost $30 to $40. We said a 3-barrel Aroma. That's given us 5 barrels. I'm giving it a 3-barrel moderate flavor. It's not bitter, but it's not really pleasant. As in, I can't taste the ingredients. I can taste the rye. That's about as far as I can get. And the reason is, I think the bite's overpowering, which we're going to get to. So for me, we're at a 8-barrel right now. So there is no possibility for this to go above a 3 for me. Total. You gave it a 2 because of cost. You gave it a 3 because of aroma. So
I'm going to give it a 4 on the flavor.
So now you are at a 9-barrel. So, again, there's no possibility for this to go above a 3-barrel for us. In fact, I think it's almost guaranteed a 3-barrel for you. Still a little iffy. It could be a 2.5 for me. So that's where the bite comes in.
It's 100 proof, so it's got some bite.
No, it's got a lot of bite. However, when you look at the bite compared to everything else, it's not a strong bite. It doesn't linger.
No.
So it's not what I like to say rock gut. It's not rock gut.
Oh, definitely not.
But it is fairly sharp. And the reason I wanted to put it late in our scale is to look at that lingering feeling and that consistent assault on your tongue and your throat. And it's not there. So there's a little bit of burn, but I would almost have to put this at a 3 for the bite.
I'm giving it a medium. You definitely know you're drinking 100 proof.
Oh, definitely. But it's not...
It doesn't assault you. It's
no. So at a 3, let me refigure here. I'm at an 11, which would be a 2 3/4. So I'm going to give this a 3-barrel overall. I'm going to raise it to 3-barrel. You are at a solid 3 because you're at 12. So yeah, Knob Creek is going to be a 3-barrel. This is the Knob Creek Rye whiskey.
It's a 3-barrel.
There's one thing that we didn't talk about on this cost. You said it's $37. What's the volume of this? Is this 750? Okay, so it fits within that cost range.
Yeah.
It's I was a little bit worried that because it's smaller, or it appears to be smaller. It's just the way the bottle is.
It's just the shape of the bottle. If you like
comparing it to
this one's
the Bullet.
Yeah, this one's a little narrow. This one's taller. It's the same.
Okay, so it's a legitimate 2 on the cost. All right, so we finish this off with how do you drink it?
Our
choices are shots, straight, ice, water, mix.
I think I'd do this neat, but it just brings me up to something that we haven't really talked a lot about, is some of the classic mixes, which I think this is going to be good with because of the flavor. It's just...
So what classic mixes are you talking about? Like the whiskey sour or the Long Island or...
No, those are... Well, the whiskey sour is one, but Long Island is just... That's something that college kids drink to get drunk.
Really?
Yes. I'm talking like a Manhattan or some of the classic drinks that we haven't even really discussed at all on this channel.
Well, we don't really talk about mixers at all, and we could have an episode on that. My drinking habits are always neat.
The whiskey sour.
And I would drink this neat or on ice.
I like it.
If I'm going to mix, aside from maybe a mint julep, which this would fit with a good mint julep. Aside from a mint julep, if I'm going to mix, I would rather mix with a low-cost alcohol. Because the reason you're drinking it is more for the flavor of the mix and not for the quality of
And
the bourbon.
in my
and
mind,
whiskey.
a mixed drink, which I was kind of usually think is just like a rum and coke or
Well, any
or-
cocktail.
bourbon and coke or 7-Up. But I'm talking like the classic, which is like vermouth, some bitters, some rye, which the classic drinks are more alcohol than mixed. They might have like a shot of soda water, but it's not like what we think as like a bourbon and coke or a bourbon and 7-Up, where it's that much bourbon and that much 7-Up. So I think this would be good with a classic mix, which I'm gonna start researching now that I tried this, because it kind of like made me think about that.
Okay. So maybe we should look at options of your classic mix. So your Manhattan, your whiskey sour.
We were talking about Long Island iced tea.
Yeah. So you said that Long Island wasn't a classic. It was more of a college drink, and college is, to me, is a jungle juice, a trash can punch, just shots type of thing.
Well, Long Island's got rum, vodka,
Gin,
whiskey,
splash
and
of Coke.
That's what you drink to get drunk.
But it's still a classic.
I'm going to do my research on that, because I don't agree with that. I think it was made to...
So you're going to do your research, yet you couldn't do your research on Knob Creek. You know I'm not going to let this go.
I had no water. We were out of water for 3 days. How many days were we out of water for, Cody? 3 days. That kind of takes precedence.
So since you were out of water for 3 days, what did you drink?
Oh, beer.
I think
And
Maggie.
booze.
I think Maggie the dog is upset that they were out of water.
Maggie's upset because Cody hadn't petted her for 20 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, so Knob Creek, 3-barrel, straight.
I like it.
I
It
like
tastes
it.
good.
I would drink it straight, maybe over ice.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice color. It's got a nice flavor. It's got a nice aroma. The issue to me is the bite is...
I don't think the bite is that bad.
It's not. It's a 3. The cost is a little bit more expensive than I would
Yeah.
pay for this. But the bite is also, I think, hindering the flavor a little bit. I think the flavor might be a little better if it wasn't 100 proof.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely feel the 100 proof.
I think that's why it would be good for some of those classics.
So I'm not a mixer, but I could tolerate drinking this with maybe a little
And
Sprite.
before I moved down here, the gal who worked in the office of the remodeling company I worked for, her husband was a amateur mixologist, and at the Christmas party he was mixing some drinks, and they were pretty damn good, and he was using all the special bitters and everything, so it's something that maybe we should give it a try.
Trying to figure out in my mind where he was going with this.
Cocktails.
Okay. So if we do cocktails, your homework assignment is to be able to throw the bottles.
No. I'm not Tom Cruise by any stretch of the imagination.
That is true.
It might be.
You might be the same height as Tom Cruise.
Actually, I think he's even shorter than me.
I don't think anybody's shorter than you. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Check out the webpage, bourbonandbooze.com. We
Twitter.
really appreciate if you would leave us a comment. Tell us what you thought of Knob Creek. Give us some ideas of what we should try next.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
We said that.
And subscribe and like and tell your friends.
Make sure you send money and
For the
liquor
hearing
ideas
aid.
For the hearing aid. Yeah, if you have any suggestions, let us know. We are nearing the end of my bar. I got like 6 or 7 more samples up there, and then I'm gonna have to actually start buying stuff.
And that's why I'm buying one every week.
You have to contribute somehow.
I'm here.
You're the comedic sidekick. All right, thank you, and we'll see you next
I'm
time.
the prima
Cheers.
donna.
Cheers.
Cheers. Laters.
Bye.
This is the worst episode ever.